Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is now just 51 days away from its official release by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, as well as creator George Lucas, that is all set and ready to end the sequel trilogy and the Skywalker saga itself. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one aspect of Episode 9 that a lot of fans are just very excited about is, of course, the new Star Wars lore that will be introduced in this film by JJ. We're talking about the Jedi, Sith, and Force lore that will be introduced that will benefit many of the characters like Rey and Kylo Ren in this story, and to give the audience a better understanding about what the Force is capable of doing in, of course, Episode 9, and how it's going to be explained by some of the major characters in this movie. Now, on top of all of this, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very exciting for Episode 9. Now, specifically, shot descriptions consisting of a sequence where it's explained that one of the sequences is said to be based in the third act of the film, where it's explained that both Rey and Kylo Ren are said to be within Palpatine's throne room. It's described that in this sequence, Palpatine begins to unveil to Rey and Ren new secrets about the Beyond, and what it has allowed him to do with his own powers, to the point where it's explained that one of the sequences is said to involve a major revelation by Palpatine in one of the scenes where he is said to reveal that at one time he was able to use the Beyond as a way to control Supreme Leader Snoke through the ways of the Force, and even used Snoke and the First Order as a simple distraction from his new Sith Empire developing over the years. It's explained, however, that Snoke and the First Order at one time had stolen the Death Star 3 technology from one of Palpatine's worlds in the unknown regions, and used that technology to create Starkiller Base. It's explained that Palpatine unveils that he and Snoke had mentally connected several times, and that Palpatine was even able to hide his destination from Snoke to the point where Snoke decided to quit looking for him. It's explained that, however, Palpatine did have the ability to control Snoke from afar, from over in the unknown regions. So let's go over a couple of parts about this and as to why this really does explain a lot about the connection between both Snoke and Palpatine. Now, if you guys actually read the Aftermath novels and the novels that take place right around the Battle of Jakku, a little bit before and after, of course, is that we do in fact learn that Palpatine would always sense a dark and sinister presence over in the unknown regions, and that, of course, was indeed Snoke all along, where he was basically in a stage of the infancy of the First Order, pretty much gathering the remnants of the Empire that was defeated during the events of the Battle of Endor. Now, what I like about this, though, is that this is actually said to be a moment in which we do have a sequence in The Rise of Skywalker where there is going to be an explanation of the connection between both Palpatine and Snoke, and how at times Palpatine even had the ability to control Snoke from afar by using the power of the Beyond. Again, in case you guys did not know, the Beyond is said to be a power that exceeds both the dark side and the light side of the Force, and even allows one to do incredible things with the dark side and the light combined. Now, that to me sounds like that they are really trying to introduce the Force in different ways and kind of introducing this new medium of power that is going to be above both the dark and the light sides of the Force. So the power of the Beyond, it's actually said to be the most powerful Force Nexus there is in the entire galaxy. A Force Nexus is essentially a concentration of the Force. And Palpatine even explains to Rey and Ren at one point in time at the very end of the film, is that of course there was a time in which Snoke and the First Order stole the Death Star 3 technology and used it to create Starkiller Base. Now, if you guys go ahead and check out the first, or should I say the D23 teaser trailer, you will see that the Annihilators are being used by the new Sith Empire on the world of Kijimi, that new super weapon, or super weapons if you will. And if you look at Starkiller Base, it's got the same exact beam color. So it's got the same exact technology, hence the Death Star 3 technology that's now applied to, of course, the new Annihilators that will be used by Palpatine and his new Sith Empire. So that's another thing to look forward to without a doubt. And the fact that they really are trying to explain a little bit more about the connection between both Snoke and Palpatine and how they connected several times, and how this is unveiled by Palpatine to Rey and Ren, is going to be a very interesting thing. And the fact that the First Order was used as a simple distraction is pretty much, the ultimate puppet master Palpatine to do, because that kind of reflects at what he did in the prequels with the Clone Wars, right? That's what I like about the Clone Wars, is that we do get to learn more about exactly, Palpatine's big manipulation plan, and how it really worked for him of taking over everything, taking over the galaxy, making Anakin Skywalker into Darth Vader, etc., etc. So this film does have a lot going for it. It does indeed have the opportunity to mark itself down as the best film of the sequel trilogy without a doubt, because JJ aims to make this the darkest Star Wars film there is, in order to also fill it with revelations from start to finish of the film. So looking forward to that as well. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.